It's time to make a post giving you my personal backstory and explaining where I'm at now. To start with, growing up, I was actually a heavier set kid and I didn't care about nutrition or health at all. I was what many doctors would define as clinically obese. As a kid, kind of importantly to where I'm at now, I wasn't given video games or electronics, but I was allowed to read, and I read a lot. But it's not the same type of stuff that I'm reading now. But it truly did develop my passion for reading and for writing. When I was 12, I had an autoimmune attack. It affected the majority of my gastrointestinal tract and especially my small intestine. This left me with a myriad of different food allergies. And over the past 6 years, I've had some of the most intense IBS flare-ups and attacks that I have personally ever seen, whether it be anecdotes on the internet, clients that have come to me, or anecdotes from doctors. I lost an intense amount of weight. At its worst, I was about 108 pounds at the height of 5'8", with the muscle mass and bone mineral density of your 96-year-old grandmother. Although this sounds a little bit scary, there were definitely some benefits from it. First of all, this is what sparked my interest in nutrition and learning about human physiology. Secondly, I didn't actually know if I was going to live because I couldn't eat and I was rapidly losing weight at a rate my doctors were quite frightened at. And I was also seeing multiple organ specialists because multiple of my organs, including my liver and my kidneys, simply were not doing so hot. So a lot of reflection was done and my life changed, but I think it was for the better. When I told you I liked reading, I was reading 4 hours a day already. So I just switched pretty much everything I was reading to human physiology, nutrition, and everything to do with human health and optimal human potential. And I'm still a nerd and I still do this to the day. Just not for hours a day because I don't have that much time, as we'll discuss. At the time, I went on an extreme elimination diet. I was essentially a carnivore. However, unlike many people who stay on the carnivore diet because it puts all of their symptoms in remission, I maintained a basis of high-quality animal products, but I gradually started introducing more and more foods as my IBS flare-ups went away. At first, I had a lot of flare-ups, because I was 15 or 16 and I went all out when I was adding foods back in. But I gradually built up my oral tolerance to now allow me to tolerate fruits, vegetables, and even certain grains like oats. And now my diet is much more diverse, nutrient dense, and actually has some fiber inside of it. I still have a wonderful and plentiful list of food intolerances, including dairy products, gluten, and many products containing emulsifiers. However, my symptoms are now manageable and I can live my daily life like a normal human once again. About a year and a half ago, right as I graduated high school, I started making educational content and publishing it on the internet, and I haven't looked back since. I've got over 1,000 videos on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And over the past year, I was discovered by a few experts in the space, and I was given the opportunity to appear on things like podcasts, write articles for some of the most credible experts in the field, and I've formed bonds with people that I looked up to when I was younger. And now that is my life online. When I'm offline, I actually work 5 different jobs, working between 95 and 100 hours a week. This has allowed me to buy a car, and hopefully it will allow me to save up enough money to pay for a college education and a place to live and food to eat without having to worry about going in debt. And within the next year or so, I do in fact see this as a reality. But currently, as I said, I work between 95 and 100 hours a week, sometimes more if we get mandatory overtime. And I do nutrition coaching and make these TikTok videos and do the research for this content in my spare time, which isn't always very plentiful. But this is currently where I'm at, why I'm there, and what I plan to do for the future. And the only other thing left for me to say is thank you for all the support.